So in class, when we started containers, remember back a ways, we had to arrange our containers in different patterns to help the dogs learn how to search through an area without controlling them. So the first pattern that we're going to look at is a perimeter pattern, and you can see that I'm following the wall and the side of the garage. The next pattern is diagonal, where you take the area and you go across a diagonal. The next one would be a cluster or a group in the corner. And then the last one is a cluster or group in the center of the search area. So now I have the dog and he's ready and working, and he found it. The reason I'm rewarding him quickly is because he has a tendency to play with the boxes. So the next search we're doing is an environmental search or an exterior search. What I'm going to do is put down some boxes because the dogs have been really used to searching with boxes. This time what we're going to do is just kind of set up those boxes or containers so that the dogs have anticipation of a search since they're used to that. Then I'm going to hide the scent in the water spigot on the wall. I'm just putting it down with a little putty, and then we'll get the dog out and start. So I want you to kind of watch where he's searching. He notices the containers because he knows that they're a possibility. And as he goes around, he follows the wall because the wind is really kind of traveling along the wall and circling in that area. And he's found it. So this time what we're going to do is actually put one in the container and one in the environment so the dogs can kind of find out that sometimes those containers are important and sometimes they're not. So I'm putting one in the container and then one kind of on the edge of the table. It's just underneath the little lip of the table. And we'll get the dog. And he's found the container one. And sometimes they go back to that area where the first one was. He's discovered it's not there. And again, he'll follow the wall because the wind is kind of swirling in that area. It was a pretty windy day. Checks out that container again very briefly, following the wall again. Swings out, whoops, and then back in. And remember, those direction changes will kind of show you what your dog is doing. And we're done. In this search, we are going to do two hides. One is going to be placed in the flower pot. The other one is going to be placed in a bin. The bin is going to be in the very beginning, so it's a threshold hide, and the flower pot is toward the end. So you can kind of see in this shot how their place is very tight in this area, and you will probably run into some very tight areas in trials. So you need to kind of figure out how you're going to maneuver yourself and your dog through the area. Got a little distraction there. Okay, so now we're going to start. I'm going to pause at the beginning just to kind of let them look and see what's ahead of us. And then I'll bring them toward the start line. Wait until he's focused. And then let him go. Little distraction there, the wood pile. Yes, and he's found the first one. A little more distraction. And he's found the second one, and we're all done.
Okay, we're all done. Good boy.